Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Chat. Fuck it. Why not? Maino, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna take this as a victory lap, brother. I knew the moment I responded to y'all, it would go off the rails. You know why? Add all four of y'all together, the IQ is probably room temperature. Y'all not smart, y'all not witty. It's the reason why y'all, like, with the exception of Fab, y'all really had no significant career in music. Let's be honest.
Wow. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. DJ AKADEMIKS responds immediately to MAINO. MAINO went off yesterday morning in his car, and he had a lot to say. And AKADEMIKS here just recently just responds, and he is breaking down the fact that he feels he's won already. And this started off to be a OG conversation versus a younger, hey man, y'all dressing like this, but it then took a mean turn. And the turn is, now people are being called out on legalities. OG, you there?
Man, yeah, man. They say you throw a rock and the dog and get hit starts hollering. So,
OG, these two people, now when we and you first we ran across it, you know, we look at stuff all the time on the internet. And it was a conversation where I look at it different than most, but I look at DJ AKADEMIKS influence a lot of the youth, and a lot of people watch him. These streamers, they all watching him. He getting all this flow from, you and I know the upper echelon, and he gets to, tell his story. Everybody, his channels is just flourishing. Complex say he's the #1, whatever, journalist or vlogger. You're #1, #2. I showed all of that. So we look at it and we tackle these issues because a lot of our people is watching this for me. Now that's just me. And I see it's a bunch of mess, okay? But it's like, MAINO is an OG that, he did his time. He come home, and I didn't never see him engaging with AKADEMIKS like this. Now this can become a thing against the old, and I just so happen to be an older cat. But I'm trying to find a way to bridge the gap when it come down to the youth, for sure, because I ain't trying to send nobody downstream. I know what it is, and you know what it is to be behind them bars and being locked down. So when I look at this back and forth, I'm like, what is this turning into? Is it toxic? Is it internet? What the hell is going on? And then I hear this.
You? Again? You on the internet talking about your lane. But let me ask you something about your lane.
Oh, that's what did it. See, Maino, I've went toe-to-toe on the internet with a lot of tough niggas like you. I always say, man, I gotta figure out what penetrates that exterior. Pause. Okay.
Was it your lane when that lady said that you forced herself on her? Huh? Is that your lane?
Exactly my point, chat. You could tell he's in his feelings. We went from joking on each other. He's making accusations that you should know. It's the same thing we said about Drake and Kendrick.
Let me stop it right there. OG, did MAINO go too far bringing that up? Because I believe that I heard AKADEMIKS first say something about this assumption about him when he was on lip service. So they both doing this tit for tat thing, man. This internet make us look crazy as hell, bro.
You say he said something about lip service.
Lip service is where he was on there with Angela Yee, and he was talking about his private parts and all this other stuff. And then AKADEMIKS did bring that up.
But he brought it up in defense of what you brought up, because I'm not a fan of DJ Academics because I never seen him DJ no record.
I think it was a little incident where he ran into some writing or something about DJing or something.
When this guy MAINO started, he said, well, I done hit a nerve. You're talking about staying in my lane. So then he responded to about the Angela Lee Yee's, what part, and he never specified. He was just making little, innuendos about him being, I took it as saying that he was kind of feminine. Now you didn't took something that generalized and you start personalized with it, so you sound like Angela Yee.
Oh no, no. He just basically trying to come back with how he want to fight this battle when it come down to his name being slandered on the internet.
Like he told me, I already won. I don't even know why I'm going back and forth that you giving you this energy. But then when you start bringing up accusations and and that's like I say, the quickest way to put out a forest fire is to cut off the oxygen. So sometimes, it don't entail a response. But when I know I got the strength and that you're struggling, I can shoot shots at you all day because that's what the hell I do.
Yeah, he definitely in his lane of what he does. And it's really not, I don't usually see MAINO jumping out the gym like this. That's not his stilo. Usually he pretty more reserved, and now he definitely brought out of his element in this whole fashion. And that's the part right there that I really cringe at, is being seen as a person that been through so much in a way that makes you look crazy out here on this internet. And you got to be careful when you're dealing with this because of the age difference, the gap, and them being not, they're not in the same age bracket, but being so flagrant against each other on this internet. And that's what we getting a lot of times, man. And a lot of this recipe is stuff that the internet is just, they're sharing it and everybody's watching it but the youth is watching it too. And that's the whole game. Like, what are we doing with our platforms, OG, to where we can, let me say, what are we doing with the foundations of the platform to make it better, to where, they got platform where all these people been following their music for so long and they watching them and they respect them, but this can turn to something else. DJ Akademiks, this is his flow of how he does things. But when it come down to MAINO, when it come down to Fabulous, when it come down to Jim Jones and all these elder spokesmen that everybody been watching their music and it was big fans of what they doing, I think you taunt your legacy a little bit when you get on here and start going back and forth with a guy like DJ Akademiks. Maybe I'm wrong.
But the thing is, they're on a platform where they ain't gonna see each other. I told you, I just saw a guy yesterday in Long Beach. Right?
Yeah.
And he was telling me about, man, and you out here in the street. I'm not a podcaster like you think. I'm in the street. He talked about Rat 100 and a couple of other people that you ain't gonna never see.
Yeah.
And they can make all these accusations and go to Dubai, but I'm right here in the street. So whoever got a problem, you can see me on Rosecrans.
Wow.
If it's ever any situation, but it's not everybody. They're taking this, but you're saying young, unimpressionable minds are taking this literally and saying things on the internet that's getting them either killed or put in prison.
That's real, OG. That's real.
Because these dudes are making it fair seeming, even with the rap and all of this, and Melvin Farmer, his famous
shout out
that internet, genre that's going on that's not real, and people, you got these immature minds that mislead, and that's the thing about DJ Akademiks was saying about these OGs. We got some OGs that come in and do prison time and come back and tell you like, oh yeah, man, I was this and I was that, but they don't tell these young cats that I dropped my flag when I went to the penitentiary.
Wow, that's heavy, OG.
I'm no longer a pyro. I'm no longer blood. I'm a BGF, but now you come down here and you claim that you the hell of a guy and you this and that. I've been solid everywhere I've ever been, and bring it to the street like that. I don't change. You dig what I'm saying?
No, that's real. I witnessed it.
I'm the same man in Northern California that I am in Southern California, whether I'm in Mississippi, I'm the same man. I have not changed. I have changed a little bit. But I understand what DJ, that was his whole core of taking place. Be who you really are. Don't come and tell young kids you're one person and then you go somewhere else and you're another person.
No, you're 100% right. I gotta agree with you on the fact of these different lanes that they're pretty much in, and there is different lanes. When it comes to, I respect the fact, and it don't matter, and people be like, man, what that old nigga talking about when it come to you or me, but to be done made it to be the age you are, to be done made it still here, and being able to, you like you always say, I ain't got a gang of hickeys on my head or whatever. You know, this is something that I value as a guy who watching this whole situation. These guys, man, if you made it to be where they at right now, I mean, major platforms, you got to understand the magnitude of people that watch not only Academics, but also MAINO and also Fabulous, Jim Jones, all those guys were crazy with it, with the music. So this here stirs up a lot, and a lot of the followers are looking at it, and they're trying to figure out where they got to choose a side. Well, I'm here to tell you, you really don't have to. You don't have to. You could chill and be like, okay, look at this. You know, they both got good points of view, and we've done that on this show a lot of times. I'm going to be quite frank with you, man. MAINO is one that was doing his thing over there. I don't know if he's still with Angela Yee, but he was on that show a lot early on. I don't know if there's a new pod that they doing, because every rapper now is getting where now they're doing a pod, because they seeing that the music is not doing it for them anymore. Right? So they're jumping over in a lane, all of them. And I heard Gucci Man say he don't even like when they do it, because he say he feel like they you know, their rap career is over, and basically a lot of times some stuff don't need to be spoken on, just paraphrasing. But
and in the same way, you know, you talk about rappers, you talk about gang members that's starting to get on the media.
Exactly.
One of them told me the other day, well, man, I don't do this media. And I told him, it's not that you don't do it, you can't. You ain't got nothing to talk about.
You can't, because you got to have that. There you go, G. That you said something right then. Listen, let me tell you something. Everybody that jump on a phone or jump on a camera and start talking, it does not do it. It does not do it for them. And a lot of times they don't have the talent to even be able to speak on something from a genuine place and be able to have people to receive it, right? So a lot of times, just cause you talking, even when you were locked up, certain niggas, when they talk over in the corner in the crevices, or when they go here or there, they were lame when locked up. There wasn't nobody really checking for them. One thing, when I was interviewing you, and shout out to my boy, what's his name? What's Wally? Wally say, man, when I came on the yard, man, Marv was, hey man, he was running things. He would, this when y'all were young, you could tell his bravado, what he was doing was, man, I need to get myself up. I was a string bean. He was trying to work out. He seen something about you, right? But a lot of time when you walk in these dorms, on these yards, or in these different places, you see a lot of niggas. I seen thousands of niggas, man. But it wasn't nothing about certain ones that made me even remember them to this day.
That's right.
I don't remember them. It wasn't nothing about
them. Mayor Omar Bradley, when they sent him to prison, right?
Right.
And they shot him because he was trying to make Compton back into a suburb. And everybody was, man, they're going to see you. Omar said, wherever I go, whatever prison, I'm going to be the mayor there too. That's what I do. I'm the mayor. And I'm going to be the mayor wherever I go. Whatever I do, I'm going to be in position to do what I do, from 6 to 60, 7 to 70. But it's some people ain't never, just because you old don't make you wise.
Come on, man.
A lot of these dudes, we was talking about. We was talking earlier about a lot of dudes they were so happy for crack cocaine because they wasn't having sex.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody getting it. So a lot of these dudes that was around just because you wasn't cool, and this is what academics was saying, that you wasn't even cool in your element. Now you get old and you dressing like you're 25, you got a pop belly, but you got a Lakers jersey on. You ain't never played a day of ball or nothing at all.
Man, I'm not letting you go there. MAINO be fresh to death, man. Don't try to play MAINO, nigga. No, but MAINO be fresh to death, and I ain't gonna lie to you. When he move with precision. I ain't finna let y'all do my boy MAINO like that.
I'm just saying, these dudes, one of my partners, all the sense, I get on him all the time. I call him, he tell me, what you doing? Oh man, I'm in watching the game. When you was going to Centennial, you wouldn't go nowhere close to a football field. You was tearing up shit. Now you done got 80. You watching the game every damn day. If you had been watching the game, you wouldn't have went to the FUED.
Man, he should start that earlier. But see, MAINO,
I'm saying you become a sports intellect, man. You need to watch the game. When you was jacking people, you wasn't watching no damn game.
But you know, here's the fact, man. These people are switching lanes and they trying to figure out ways to stay relevant, man. Some of them, and not all of them, but some of them never had a big song, or they had one hit wonder big songs. These people never did, and they don't want to lose that, man. I've seen some of these guys, man, when they out, you know what I mean? They missed the fact that people used to run up on them and they was the man. I'll say that much. A lot of them don't have that star power in this element that, and DJ Akademiks, I got to give it up to him. Right now, he's more relevant in this lane, and they're trying to figure out a way to be in this lane. And I got to give it up to MAINO for him to draw Akademiks out in war. It's a big plus for him because now he's getting a look from all the people that's watching DJ Akademiks, who pretty much also, again, is being told that he's the #1 blogger, #2 blogger, and his stuff is being shared more. So I got to give it up to MAINO for figuring this part out. If he hadn't figured it out, he was able to get DJ Akademiks to go full-fledged at war with him and the podcast that they got going over there. Kind of like early on when I had Charleston on, and I drew out No Jumper and made them basically say something back because I knew it would grow my platform. And once they bid on it, it don't matter who win at that point because I did what I was doing to make the show relevant. I'm giving up game now, guys. I really didn't care nothing about neither one of them, what they was doing. It was more about my platform at the time when I did that. I can speak on that. That was years back. You can go watch it. And it was a thing that I basically knew that it would draw out that whole platform over there to say something about Boss Talk, who was just a little bitty fish in the pond at the time, who has just started. That was when I first started, you know. But at the end of the day, I knew the impact that we had because we had the and I knew already we were a little old fish in the pond, but I knew already I'm a hustler. So I knew that was going to be something where I already was going to keep moving on the momentum that I got from it and brush it off real fast. Can MAINO keep going after this, OG? Can he make this a leverage point for that podcast is what you have to start to look at in this day and time. Because we all looking for attention and how to keep people's attention on the internet. So I'm breaking down the fact that this is a good move for MAINO because MAINO and them would never get the visibility they're getting without dealing with DJ Akademiks like they're doing right now. Did I lose you?
No, I'm listening to you.
Because that I mean, do you follow what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, do you follow? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is what I'm trying to figure out because this is what I see. In the fact of MAINO even getting in this lane, so-called, win or lose, he still wins because he wasn't in a position that DJ Akademiks in.
If you don't have a platform to follow through.
There you go. He got to follow through.
It's the same thing with I remember Rat 100 said one time, man, I'm going to stop talking about this because every time I deal something with him, it just draws him more because I got the biggest platform.
That's right? Real. That's real.
And so, like, I'm like, why am I still on? Because I don't care whether you got a platform or not. Then now we jump on stuff. I just use his name just for filler. I don't give a thing about it because we have other topics.
Way more topics.
If we don't have other topics, if we're not doing other things, that's just some, like you said, one-hit wonder.
That's right.
So after you have an argument with DJ Academics, what you gonna come over and argue with Boss Talk, or you gonna go with Rainwater? What you gotta find out what you gotta do.
Exactly, and it becomes a thing where now, how are you gonna flow this? Are you gonna flow it into what's a way to where you can keep yourself relevant when it comes down to keeping attention, right? The keeping the attention of everything that's going on around you, the internet. How can you make it out of an ROI? Can you turn it to a merch deal? How are you going to turn it if you basically now got the attention? What are you going to do with it when you get it? Are you going to start something that's way more miraculous? Are you going to turn around and do something with AI or something? What are you going to do to keep the people's attention that you're getting right now in the flow of traffic that you're in, right? How are you going to grab a bag out of it? Now, I'm just giving game now because this is what people need to think about when they go out here and start getting themselves in the mix of this. I've watched certain people, and I'm not going to name them, and I know you're going to say name them, but I've watched certain people that have taken and gotten attention throughout these different phases, but they hadn't got a foundation to build on. They still got to go out here and get on everybody's platform. They got to figure out a way to be a part of what everybody else got going because they never figured it out. And now they just basically holding themselves out. They here, they there, trying to figure out a way to stay relevant, but they don't have a foundation. And if you look at it, when people get situations such as Howard Stern, such as all of these different platforms out here that we see where individuals, you go back to even Johnny Carson, you might see people do other things, Howard Cosell, but they had to have a foundation of who they were. And I think a lot of time these guys are not figuring that part out in this media field is what I'm telling you. It's still journalism. It's still the same thing it was all the way back when, but we got to find a way to develop it in a podcast world where people are listening to podcasts before they turn their radio on to listen to a station. So I done took it there this night. Y'all done got something. I'm supposed to be on MAINO and AKADEMIKS, and now I'm way over here telling y'all about how to stay relevant and get your brand going. So good game, good game. Man, guys, man, I'm going to get off my soapbox, man. But guys, you got to understand, man, DJ Academics, MAINO still going at it. And what will come of this, I don't know. But as far as an OG go and far as a younger guy that's on the internet that's relevant, I just feel like this thing, man, I don't think it goes nowhere. I think these guys fizzle out on the subject. Maybe they make amends, somebody get in the middle of them and say, hey, guys, is it that serious? Are y'all going to come to blows? Is this going to become legalities? Or are we taking it too far? So at the end of the day, man, it's just a thing where you both got opportunity, man. Don't blow it. And that's all I'm going to say to you. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you where to go with it. Take it and make it something that can help our people, man. You got the eyes of U.S. and other countries are up on you, man. Listen, man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. And guys, if you still watching, man, Clayton that went off and sued Cassie. You got to see this one right here, man. OG went ballistic on this one, man. I don't know what was going on. He said things that I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but y'all check it out. It's right here. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.